You know, there's a valuable lesson that I have learned and I'm still trying to learn today, and that is done is better than perfect. Let me explain to you. You know, the concept of done is better than perfect is something that, like I've said earlier, I still struggle with trying to follow by. And what it is basically getting things finished, just completing a task is better than spending forever and not completing a task just for it to be perfect. And that can be applied to in the case of YouTube, in the case of anything you do. Sometimes when a task may seem unsurmountable, the best thing to do is just complete it first. So take this valve cover, for instance. I've already tried painting the valve cover and I messed it up, and I guess I could have let it stay, or I could keep sanding it. Now I found myself in this constant repeated cycle of sanding and trying to paint and trying to sand and trying to paint and trying to make it perfect. And honestly, these valve covers aren't going to be perfect, not by a long shot. I guess I could completely sandblast it, strip it completely all the way back down, and then start all over again. But how much time will that take? How much time? You can complete most of your tasks up to a 90% rate of completion, but that extra 10% could stop a project from ever starting again. So now you're saying, all right, Adam, so you're saying this, so you just want me to just half behind all of my work. So just give it whatever just to get it done. That's what you're saying, Adam. No, not at all. By no means am I saying that. What I'm saying is sometimes, no matter what you're doing, what kind of job you have, whether you're a YouTube creator, whether you're anything else, sometimes you have to shorten and make a list of things that need to get done. And sometimes you need to start with just completing the task first, then go back over again, and then you can fine-tune everything that you want to do. There are so many projects that end up going completely stalled out, including several projects from myself that never got done because I was so wrapped up in making every single aspect that I worked on perfect that in the long run, I ended up burning myself out or constantly procrastinating and never ever getting it completed. And you know, as car guys, we run a very fine line between being car guys, car lovers, enthusiasts, whatever you want to call it, and being obsessed, completely obsessed with it. Now, what's the difference between the two? The difference is simple, rather. Being car lovers or enthusiasts or whatever you want to call it, you know the time to walk away from it. And a problem that I run into when I'm trying to fix something or work on something or just get something right, I obsess over it and I keep going and hammering my head against the wall until I, one, fix it, or two, go and completely insane. And we all know insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. And a lot of times we find ourselves as a victim of that same very thing. So that brings me back to the point, guys, of done is better than finished. Let's start by breaking down whatever it is that we're doing, whatever it is, whether we want to buy a new tool or finish this project that's on our car. Done is better than finished. Let's get it up and running first before you spend all that extra money on a new tool, because will that tool guarantee you having the motivation or finishing your project? It may, but then also it may not. Done is better than finished. But anyway, guys, that's just my 2 cents. And this what works for me, at least just to categorize and put things in a list and try to work on them until I get to whatever the goal may be. And I hope it helps you. Peace.